Hi, I'm Rowan, and in this video we are going to be doing a 15-minute follow-along hip mobility flow. It's going to be excellent for anyone that needs to loosen and open their hips up, especially the runners and the cyclists amongst you. We've all got tight hips if we run a lot, if we cycle a lot, so this is going to be especially good for you. All you need is 15 minutes and a little bit of space on the floor. Let's get started. So we're going to start off this routine by coming onto our back and just doing some simple knee rolls to get things warmed up a little bit. Feet just wider than shoulder width, and we're just dropping the knees over to one side, then the other. Get a nice rhythmic movement going on. Feel a little bit of warmth start to come into the hips. Feel them just start to open and loosen. Trying to get that knee down to the floor as far as it can. I just want you to feel what your hips feel like now. We're going to come back to this position at the end to see what difference the routine makes. And then we're just going to sit up. We're going to do the same thing, just keep the knees rolling. This just puts all of that twist into the hips, removes the part of the twist that goes up your spine and just puts everything into the hips now. And then we're going to come to this lunging position. Right leg forward, left knee down on the floor and the toes extended out. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're just going to start opening out this left hip flexor by sending the right knee forwards, dropping the pelvis down and forwards, and just coming back and then in and out of that position. Just pushing right into the end of that range. Not painful, but as far as you're comfortable doing. The idea being you're just going to warm and loosen, and as you come in and out of this position, you're just going to be able to get a little bit deeper, a little bit further into this position each time. And we're just going to spend a little bit of time dropping in and out there. We can maybe play about with the movement a little bit. You can move your torso around, twist to the side, twist to the back. Just play about a little bit. Find any tight spots where you feel like you need to work a little bit. You can put a hand on the knee to put a bit more pressure, to push further into the position. Hand on the hip to help push the hips forward. And then we're just going to drop into this forward position. Just try and relax and let everything melt away. We're just going to hold that for about another 10 seconds. It's useful to use your breath in this position. A big exhale can help relax even deeper. And then we're going to put left hand down on the floor. I'm going to start pushing this right knee away. We're going to open the inside of the hips. By pushing that right knee out to the right hand side, feel everything open across the inside of those hips. You can try and drop the pelvis down and forwards a little bit as you push the knee out. Really trying to get a little bit further, deeper into the position each time you drop into it. And then we're going to take the right hand on the outside of the right knee, curl the left toes under, bring that left knee up, and the idea of this movement is we're going to try and get the outside of this left hip down towards the floor. You're not actually going to get it there, but that's the intention of the movement. This can be an awkward twist if you've not got much mobility in the hips, so don't worry if you don't have much movement here. Just do what you can, work within your own limitations and your own boundaries. Just be aware of where you're at. Okay, so we're just twisting down. Feel a real opening across the whole pelvis, whole hip region. And then we're just going to drop that left knee down again, and we're going to take the right hand up to the sky, reaching up as high as we can, getting a twist through the spine as well as the hips, and then bring that right hand across in front of us, reaching out to the side. And we're just going to go from reach up to reach across. Just pausing for half a second at the end of each range. Moving with intention. We're not just waving the arm around in front of us. We're trying to really reach and stretch and open everything out. So imagine you've got a rope attached to your fingers and it's being pulled upwards and then being pulled across to the side. And then we're just going to stay in this lunge. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Right hand comes to the inside of the right knee. Left hand is just going to reach behind us and then coming round. Left hand then goes to the outside of that knee. Right hand goes behind. And just like before, we're going to be going from one side to the other. Follow the hand with the eyes. That helps bring the twist all the way up the body. It's actually starting at the feet, going through the hips, going through the spine, the shoulders and the neck. Remember to reach with intention, move with purpose. Try and stay relaxed the whole time. We're trying to coax the body into relaxing and loosening up. We're not trying to force it. Okay, just take a second to shake everything out and then we're going to move to the other side. So it's left knee forward now, right knee on the floor, and we're going to sit up tall, open out this right side hip flexor. So hands on hips or hand on knee, whichever you prefer, and we're just going to push in and out. That right knee slides forward, the pelvis forwards and down, as if you're trying to push your pelvis down towards that front foot. Again, play around with the position if you feel like twisting the torso outwards, or maybe opening the chest to the inside. It's good to just explore these movements. You might find a particular movement is really tight for you, and in which case just spend a bit more time working that movement. And then just dropping down into this bottom position. Taking a breath and using that exhale to just relax deeper into it. We're really just trying to coax everything to relax. We're not trying to force it, remember. So just relax into this position, feel the muscles lengthening, feel everything loosening off. Okay, then we're going to take right hand on the floor, left hand goes to the inside of that left knee, and we're just going to start prying that knee open, opening up the inside of the hips. Trying to just push it a little bit further each time. If you can get a straight arm in there, that's fantastic. But move within the limitations of your mobility. Again, you can come forward here or you can drop back. Different positions, just put the emphasis on different areas. And then we're going to take left hand to the outside of that left knee, curl the right toes under, bring the right knee up, and we're going to drop that right hip down towards the floor. The idea being we want to get that right hip facing the floor, getting as low as possible, getting a good twist in there. And remember with this one, a lot of people find this twist tricky, so if you do, don't worry, just work within the limitations of your mobility. Just be aware of where those limitations are and look to try and improve them slowly over time. Okay, so right knee goes down and we're going to do the reach up and across, this time with the left hand, so left hand reaches up and then across to the right. Really reaching with intention, moving with purpose. Reach up as high as you can, twist across the front, reach across as far as you can to that right hand side. Use your entire body here to emphasize this reach. We're using the fingertips, the shoulders, the spine, the hips, and you can even feel the connection with your feet and your knees on the floor. Just becoming more aware of how your body works in these positions, what it wants to do. Okay, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Right hand comes to the outside of that left knee. reaching behind, and then coming back round, left hand to the knee, right hand goes behind. Remembering to follow the hand with the eyes. That makes sure you're getting this twist working through the whole body. It's starting at the feet, it's working all the way up the legs, the hips, the back, the shoulders, the neck. And then we're just going to come down to this 90-90 position on the floor. So that's right leg bent out in front of us, left leg bent out behind. And we're going to take the chest down to the outside, the right side of this knee. And we're just going to drop down. And I want you to stay active in this position. I want you to keep moving. I want you to experiment and play with the positions and the movements. So come in and out, side to side. You can drop right down, get a nice deep stretch, but keep moving. And I just want to slowly start to move around in an arc towards the knee, more towards the centre. As you move around, we're coming towards that knee now. As we move around, I want you to just try and feel which positions feel tight for you, which positions feel like they need the most work. Okay, and another tip for this position is, rather than just bending over, use the belly button, try and lead with the belly button. So here we're trying to get the belly button to the knee. This just makes sure you hinge at the hips rather than just flexing the spine over to get that movement. And if you hinge at the hips, you should start to feel the mobility work, the stretch just coming even deeper. Okay, we're moving out towards the left foot now. You can take a hold of the left foot with that left hand if you want. You're not going to get very far on this side. The further towards the inside you move, the less movement you're going to get. That's absolutely normal and fine. But again, just keep active, keep moving. And then let's just sweep it all the way back across and up, and then down and across and up. And just another couple of those, just sweeping through that entire range all across the front. And then we're just going to flip round, so left leg's bent out in front of us now, right leg behind, and we're going to do the same thing. So chest coming down on this left hand side, but remembering to lead with the belly button if possible. And then just keep active here, moving around, in and out. You can drop deep into the stretch, try and get that chest on the floor if you can, if that's possible for you. If not, don't worry, just move within your own limitations, within your own body. And slowly start to ease ourselves in towards the centre, towards this left knee. All the time leading with the belly button, making sure we're hinging at the hips and we're working the hips rather than just flexing over with the spine. This is really working the rotation in the hip, really useful and important movement that many people neglect. So it's good to check in with this kind of movement fairly regularly to make sure you're not losing any mobility there. Okay, we're moving more towards the heel now. Things get a bit tougher as we get around to this side. Staying active the entire time, moving in and out, circles up and down, side to side. And then we're just going to come down to the outside, move across the front in that big arc, and come up. And just do a few of those side to side, different directions. Excellent, and we're just going to finish off by coming back to the knee rolls that we did at the start. We're just going to do the sitting version of this, so just rolling the knees over. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling quite a lot looser now. It's good to just revisit the same movement that you did at the start, come back to it at the end, just to see what difference the routine has made. And this definitely feels a lot looser than when we first started. Okay, so there you go. 15 minutes, your hips should be feeling way looser now. This is an excellent little routine that you can put in on a daily basis or as often as you like. Even just take some of the elements from it and spend a bit of time on the ones that you felt like needed the most work for you. I hope you enjoyed following along. Let me know how you get on. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, give my Facebook page a like, follow me on Instagram, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching.